everyone tuning into the story at Three Little Frogs Translation House. After getting a direct admission to Harvard and Yale, I decided to skip the college entrance exams altogether. When the class beauty queen, Sophia Reed, heard about it, she stormed over and slapped me hard across the face. She screamed, "Before the exams, everyone's on equal footing. How the hell do you get a free pass? Or is your so-called genius rep hiding some dirty secret, too scared to test it out and get exposed?" In my previous life, during the exams, my essay matched Sophia Reed's word for word. I turned to my brother Ethan Hayes, who was proctoring, and my best friend from the exam room, Chris Yang, to help clear my name. But instead, they begged the school for leniency, claiming it was my first offense and suggesting a retake. Under the storm of public outrage, I got branded a plagiarist, becoming the target of endless hate. Unable to prove my innocence, I was expelled, banned from college exams forever. My parents got doxxed and harassed online, losing their jobs overnight, their hair turning white from the stress. From the peak of success, I plummeted to rock bottom, spiraling into deep depression. On a brutal snowy night, I ended it all. But shockingly, when I opened my eyes, I was back, 1 week before the exams. Emma, Mom, made some salted egg and lean pork porridge. Eat up and then hit the books. You've gotten so skinny lately. My brother Ethan Hayes set the bowl on my desk, even thoughtfully cutting up some fruit. But the scene jolted me, nearly knocking me off my chair. Just then, Chris Yang burst in, plopping a food container down. "Heard you've been off your food. Stewed some chicken soup for you to build you up." I'd lived this exact moment twice now. In my past life, I thought I was the luckiest girl alive. My brother, 7 years older, always cradled me like a treasure, and Chris Yang, my childhood buddy, might not be romantic material, but would DI for me without hesitation. But now, reborn, my heart turned ice cold. In my previous life, my exam essay was identical to Sophia Reed's. The graders spotted it and reported it to the education board. As the star student eyed for Harvard Yale, maybe even valedictorian, I got sucked into a media frenzy. I begged Ethan Hayes and Chris Yang to uncover the truth, but they refused. Ethan even apologized on my behalf, pleading with the school to see it as a first-time slip and allow a redo. The scandal exploded. Online trolls ripped me apart. That BIT Seach dares to plagiarize on the college exams. Turns out her brother's the proctor. A rotten soul like her needs a lifetime ban, or she'll ruin more lives. Yeah, a redo? In your dreams. Under the mob pressure, the school rejected Ethan's plea. When scores dropped, me, the perennial top of the class, barely scraped 200 points, while Sophia Reed, the perpetual underachiever, skyrocketed to valedictorian. Her essay became a model, taught in classes. She turned into the goddess genius, while I was forever the plagiarist SCUM, crucified by society. The fallout was brutal. I got a permanent exam ban, drowned in vicious attacks. My parents lost their jobs over me, collapsing into illness overnight. To cover hospital bills, I sorted packages at a warehouse. But days in, the boss recognized me, stiffed my pay, and booted me out. Penniless and hopeless, I lost the will to live. On a freezing snowy night, I jumped into a near-frozen lake in despair. But incredibly, my eyes snapped open back to 1 week before the exams. Watching Ethan Hayes and Chris Yang fuss over me, my mind churned in chaos. Ethan slid a list of predicted essay topics my way. "Emma, these are the ones I curated. Prep them my way and you'll nail a perfect score." Chris chimed in. "Emma, you've got to snag valedictorian. I've been hauling chicken soup daily. Don't let those birds DI in vain. Their banter fell flat. I couldn't even fake a smile." Ethan was my blood brother. He'd never betray me. Chris grew up with me, sharp-tongued but fiercely protective. Once he nearly hospitalized some thugs for messing with me, so it couldn't be them. But then who? I'd been a prodigy since childhood, always top of the grade. Even in our elite high school, I never dropped below top 3. My homeroom teacher said I was Harvard Yale material. So when the plagiarism bomb hit, she and most classmates backed me. Plus, I'd won essay contests. Why copy anyone? But right then, Sophia Reed leaked exam room surveillance footage. It showed her submitting 10 minutes before me. She bragged about predicting the topic, posting her analysis online beforehand. Her exam essay matched those ideas perfectly. The internet mob turned on me. Clearly, Emma Hayes copied Sophia Reed. Evidence is ironclad, yet she denies it. Heard she's a genius. Probably faked her past too, that's just never caught. Lucky her brother and buddy didn't cover for her, or that girl would have been screwed. The story went viral, topping search trends. The education board investigated, verifying the footage and posts as authentic, no edits. They ruled I plagiarized her. I was stunned. That essay was my original work. How did it become theft? But I had no proof. And why did Sophia's match mine exactly? Did Ethan share my predictions with her? Questions bombarded me. But right now, Ethan and Chris seemed normal. I had to start by checking Sophia Reed's social media. Timing it, her prediction post should be up. But with them hovering, I scribbled a half-assed outline to placate them, then faked a stomachache and bolted to the bathroom. Chris grumbled, "What's with the drama?" Ethan's got the topics. Still slacking? Ethan soothed, "No rush. Don't pressure Emma. As long as she follows my prep, she'll ace it." Time was ticking to uncover the truth. Locking the bathroom door, I pulled up Sophia Reed's profile. Rumor was her parents were Harvard Yale professors, and with her looks, she had a ton of followers. We had zero connection. But Ethan, a teaching assistant at Harvard Yale, had met her a few times. Once I overheard him telling Chris she had real feminine charm, unlike my tomboy vibe. He said, "For a girlfriend, go for someone like Sophia. Great family, stunning looks." I thought it was a joke then, but now? Maybe not. I couldn't fathom why a privileged princess like Sophia would target me. Then I spotted her latest post. Predicted the essay topic. Sharing for everyone to reference. Seeing her prompt, I froze. Wasn't this exactly what Ethan gave me? Her analysis even mirrored my sloppy draft scratches. Comments gushed. Poster is gorgeous and generous, even sharing predictions. What a queen. Yeah, if this hits the exam, I'd faint. Good thing I saw your breakdown. Same prediction could be coincidence, but her outline identical to mine. In the study room, only Ethan and Chris had been around. It had to be them. Chills ran down my spine. Why would they do this? Was blood family and lifelong friendship worth less than a few months knowing Sophia? Holed up in the bathroom, I pondered for an hour, deciding on a risky gambit. I knew the real exam essay topic from my past life. Back then, accused of copying, I wrote in my strongest style but couldn't max it out. This time, I'd switch to classical prose. If Sophia's essay matched mine last life, I'd rewrite fresh. High score or not, at least I'd dodge the plagiarism label. Next morning, before Ethan stirred, I snuck to Grandma's. Honestly, I hesitated. Classical prose for college exams, insanely hard and risky. Grandma, seeing me, served hot porridge. "Emma, what's got you so down?" I forced a smile. "Grandma, if I bomb Harvard Yale, would you be disappointed?" She patted my head, chuckling. "Silly girl, how could I? I just want you happy. If not, Grandma's got you covered." Her words steeled me. Leaving, Ethan called, "Emma, where'd you vanish?" "Chris brought breakfast and flipped when you weren't here." I replied coolly, "Buying study materials, back soon." I wasn't spilling about classical prose. After all, last life, they were prime suspects in the essay mess. I hit the library study room to redraft, researching as I went. Midway through, stretching, I wondered about Sophia's moves. Right then, Ethan and Chris appeared. How'd they track me? Ethan set down hot lunch, worried you'd skip eating while studying. Chris handed warm orange juice, fresh squeezed, good for your stomach, heated it up. They looked sincere, not like plotters. Was I paranoid? But if not them, who? Mind reeling, I smiled weakly. Perfect timing. I'm starving. Let me wash up. Grabbing my phone, I ducked to the bathroom, not to pee, but to check Sophia's feed. Sure enough, new post. Total bummer. Shared my essay prediction kindly, and someone straight up jacked my outline. Even if it's not the real topic, that's low. So I'm rewriting. Attached, a sneaky pic of a girl studying in the library. Anyone who knew me could tell it was me. Who snapped that? Comments asked her new plan. She replied, trying classical prose this time. I was floored. Classical prose? I hadn't told a soul. Coincidence or not, Sophia wouldn't risk a style she sucked at. Someone around me was her spy. Ethan, Chris, or both. Then a tap on my shoulder. Emma, spacing out. I jumped. It was them, worried I'd taken too long. Stunned, I mumbled. You guys head back. I'll eat later. Chris snapped. Emma Hayes, we bust our asses bringing food and this attitude. Don't think I haven't noticed. You've been sneaky, guarding against us for days. Talk about biting the hand that feeds. Ethan mediated. Chris's bark is worse than his bite. Don't mind him. Mind him. We're just concerned. Exam stress is killer. We don't want you cracking. I shot back. School's secure. or I'll crash in the dorms. No commuting, less worry for you. Chris glared. Fine, suit yourself. I ain't your servant. He dragged Ethan off. I exhaled in relief. At 10:30 p.m. back in the dorm, roommates buzzed about Sophia Reed. I peeked, photo of 3 hands toasting milk teas. Caption, spoiled by my big bras. I recognized Ethan's and Chris's hands instantly. Since when were they tight with her? I had no clue. Scrolling her friends' circle, I saw their comments. Sophia's our little princess forever. Don't worry, Sophia. I've got a plan to make you valedictorian. I blinked, thinking I'd misread. But refreshing, the post vanished. So the plagiarism plot definitely tied to them. Nailing the suspects, I stayed calm. As long as I avoided home pre-exam, they'd have no shot to feed Sophia my work. I focused on studying. But midnight, half asleep, I caught Lily Turner, my roommate, sneaking peeks at my notebook. Wide awake, I yelled, "Lily Turner, what the H-E-L?" She startled, dropping it, screeching back. "What's your problem?" "Don't think I don't know. You're the one ripping off Sophia. Rooming with a plagiarist like you is cursed. We're nice not kicking you out, and you yell? No manners." Turns out Sophia was inciting her fans to harass me online. Someone even stuffed a dead rat in my bag. Desperate, I went to my homeroom teacher. Last life, when framed, she and classmates defended me, though it failed. Now I begged her help. Hearing my plight, she hooked me up with a private room to study. We'd sort the mess post-exams. My classical essay was done. 2 days left, just copy it onto the paper. Relief washed over me. But shockingly, Sophia posted again. Secret update, finished my classical essay. Attached, blurred notebook page photo. But I spotted the last lines, identical to mine, posted 10 minutes before I finished. I crumbled, shredding my notes. Reborn, and still doomed to the plagiarism stigma? I wanted to quit. Right then, my teacher called. You've got direct admission to Harvard Yale. No need for exams. The news revived me. I didn't question the change, just grabbed it. With the spot locked, I'd make Sophia Reed the serial thief. Pay dearly. I hide the admission and no-show plan. Night before exams, I tweaked the essay again. If Sophia loved stealing, I'd let her gorge. After the last subject, Sophia bolted first. Outside, crowds buzzed, some live streaming. You look confident? Nailed it? Before she spoke, Chris shoved in. Duh, our class genius goddess predicted the essay topic spot on. The stream erupted, netizens hyping Sophia to the skies, betting on her Harvard-Yale spot. She preened, but suddenly cops swarmed, cuffing her. We've got reports you're involved in prostitution. Come with us for questioning. The officer's tone was icy. Sophia panicked visibly. Whispers spread. She wailed. I'm innocent. Someone's jealous, framing me. I knew her guilt fueled the freakout. With admission secured, my mind cleared like never before. Recalling Sophia's details. Yeah, her parents were Harvard-Yale profs, but even they couldn't fund her lavish life. Coats worth tens of thousands, bags over 20 grand, even socks designer at a few grand. I'd suspected her secrets long ago. Digging, I uncovered she used her innocent face and KILL-er body to service a filthy rich sugar daddy. He was generous, bankrolling her hundreds of thousands monthly. But mere reporting wasn't enough revenge. I plotted her self-sabotage. I wrote the classical essay, baiting her with leaks. But she didn't know. It was coded. First letters of sentences spelling her confession. I'd make her pen her own dirty deeds in the exam, exposing her to Ethan and Chris, the goddess they worshipped as the trash she was. Facing arrest, Sophia heard the gossip and pointed at me. Not me. She's the one doing filthy stuff. All eyes on me. Chris leaped. Sophia's from elite stock, parents Harvard-Yale profs. How could she? Emma's the immoral one, stealing Sophia's essay, jealous and slandering her. Other test takers exited, including Ethan. Hearing Sophia's accused of sleaze, he paled. Bullshit. Someone's framing her. I vouch with my rep and career. She's incapable. He glared at me. Emma, you did this? Jealous she stole me and Chris, so revenge? You've been sneaky since last week. I know you peeked her pre-written essay to copy. She let it slide, but you backstab. You're a disappointment. I stared coldly at Ethan Hayes and Chris Yang, like seeing them for the first time. This life, their betrayal hit faster, uglier than before. I stepped up, slapping each. Ethan Hayes, Chris Yang, you claim I copied Sophia. Proof? Slander's illegal. Chris slapped back. Fresh from the essay, obviously you stole hers, denying it? How shameless to hit us. I sneered. Sure I did. If not, you kneel and apologize. Chris puffed. Dead sure. Surveillance proves it. He urged Ethan to pull exam footage, but watching, they froze. Because in the video from start to finish, I wrote nothing, submitted blank. Post-admission news for revenge, I planned to bail on the exam, see who she'd copy. But reconsidering, with Chris in my room and Ethan proctoring, they'd tip off if I skipped. Spot secured, no harm. Seeing my blanks, Sophia, Ethan, and Chris went ghostly pale. Crowd swelled, stream chaotic. Comments flew. Didn't expect the pretty genius to be a hoker. Elite background my ass, framing classmates and that Proctor brother's trash, siding against his sister. Is he really her brother? Mind blown. Days ago, this smelled fishy. Sophia faking genius, sicking mobs on that girl. Heard she's direct admit to Harvard Yale. Why copy her? Ethan, reading comments, grilled me. Emma, why hide the admission? Seeing me fret daily over exams? You loved it, huh? Chris piled on. Yeah, Emma, you're vicious. Pretending clueless while I slaved with soup. I was blind. I sneered. Your care for me or Sophia? You know, that exam worry was just propping her up, KILing two birds. Exposed, Ethan raged. Still, no slandering Sophia. A girl's reputation is sacred, you get that? Not afraid she'll sue for defamation? Sophia sobbed. Ethan, I'm innocent. Emma framed me. Get justice. She clung to a cop. Officer, I'm wronged. Arrest Emma too. The cop pried her off, stern. We have evidence. That's why we're here. Kept it quiet for your dignity. You blew it. Sophia blanched. Reborn, reflecting on last life's cruelty from Sophia, I saw her as pure evil. But with her weakness in hand, she seemed dumb and vicious. Her dirt was barely hidden. I dug it up effortlessly, evidence piled high. They say you reap what you sow. I compiled it all, sent to cops, then reported. Anyone smart would have guessed, only vase-brained Sophia didn't. She self-destructed publicly. I didn't intervene. When her sugar daddy proofs went public, Sophia flushed red then ashen. Overwhelmed, she begged cops to haul her away. To clear her, Ethan and Chris followed. Watching her escorted off, I felt euphoric. Last life, her torments. This life, payback tenfold. As Sophia left, crowds mobbed me. Streamers aimed cams, so you're the low-key genius direct admit to Harvard Yale stealth mode. True prodigies rock, not just brains, but smarts in handling setups like that. But hey, that Proctor bro real? Why side with the other girl? And that bestie attacking you? Bad luck streak with those clowns. The scene echoed last life, mobbed post-accusation, but for hate. Then cyberbullying, now praise. But it stung. Crowds are shallow, never digging for truth, just following the herd. That KILL'd me before. Now, my revenge weapon. Their words sparked a thought. Chris, dazzled by Sophia's beauty and status, switched sides to curry favor. Understandable. But Ethan? Why? Unless he's not my brother? The idea chilled me. I rushed home, pre-Ethan, snagged a hair with follicle for DNA testing. Via Sophia's case, cops contacted me for statements. The lead was an older officer, patient and seasoned. Post-paperwork, I spilled my lingering mystery from both lives. Even with her busted, how'd she cheat? I laid it out. He pondered, eyed my study space, then my glasses. Can I see those? I handed them over. From his kit, he unscrewed a tiny frame screw. Out came a hair-thin wire and micro camera, hidden in the slot, invisible without scrutiny. I gaped. He explained, rare in civvy life. Even cops rarely know. Spy grade, super advanced. Decades on the force, caught spies. Familiar tech. Tiny but powerful, steals footage and tracks location. It clicked. Why Ethan always found me. He rigged it. A month back, he dragged me to volleyball. I went reluctantly. Soon, his ball smacked my head, snapping my glasses. He apologized, promised a replacement. I was mad, but the new pair was fancy, so I forgave. Now, set up from day one. Shuddering, I realized my constant companion was the schemer. I submitted the evidence to school. Last life, framed plagiarist, expelled and banned. This time, no mercy for Sophia. I'd watch her squirm under the label. And Ethan, the puppet master, I'd ruin him too. Anonymous report to Harvard Yale brass, him aiding her cheat. As TA, he prized his role. I'd shatter it, dooming him to eternal downfall. Done, I felt liberated. While Ethan was at the station, I packed and bailed. Thanks to admission, a local real estate firm gifted me $50,000. I dropped $30,000 on a cozy apartment, my new home. Old place? Not another second. Packing, my stuff fit one suitcase, not even full. Settled out, freer without Ethan and Chris harassing. Leftover cash for tuition, then a vacay to unwind post-3-year grind. Back at school, gifted teacher a souvenir. But exiting her office, Ethan blocked me. Barely recognizable, gaunt, haggard, unshaven, bloodshot eyes. Before I screamed, he yanked me into a janitor's closet, grabbing my collar. Emma, where have you been? You know how worried I was? I sneered, worried for me, or to whitewash Sophia? He faltered, hoarse. Emma, how could you think that? I'm your brother, blood, real concern. I sighed. Oh, then let go. I'm fine. I pried free, but he yanked back. Actually, something you don't know. Sophia's my mentor's daughter. I promised to look after her. Now stained like this, she's suicidal daily. Emma, help her. I arched a brow. How? His eyes lit. Say her essay was yours, joking around. Clarify she didn't steal. Past stuff was pranks. I sneered, Ethan Hayes, serious? He nodded. I exploded. No, that's false reporting? Penalty, lifelong record? Block civil service? Sure. He snapped. Emma, you're Harvard Yale bound. She's lost everything. Can't help? I've never begged, please? I owe you. I laughed bitterly, begging his brother, but are you mine or Sophia's? He paled. Emma nonsense. What? DNA results in shocking but expected. Ethan Hayes not my brother. Gut told me more. I had him investigated. Bombshell. Sophia Reed, his real sister. I'm the true daughter of those Harvard Yale profs. Years ago, my bio mom and his mom birthed same room. Families worlds apart. Reed's elite dynasty, billions, elite circles. Daughter there? Pampered princess. Hayes, middle-class grind. Daughter with older brother. Less spoiled. Ethan, sister-obsessed, swapped us for her better life. So I went from heiress to average girl. Sophia renamed, soared as Phoenix. But genes shone. I excelled young. Neighbors said I didn't fit Hayes. Thought compliment then. Now truth. Seeing I knew, Ethan turned feral, poised to strike. I smirked. Dear brother, muir-to-ear silence? Worth it for Sophia? I pulled my phone, playing hidden audio from her. That pest Ethan Hayes, clingy like dog licker Chris Yang. Thinks I call him brother means he is? Delusional. He's just my dad's lapdog, dreaming of marrying and check your age, creep. Total wannabe. And Chris, worse, hate boundary-blind guys. If they hadn't promised, hearing Ethan surely wanted Sophia's blood. His adored sister despised him. Karma. Next news, Ethan's DEAT Sophia imprisoned. She didn't know her non-Reed blood. Post-audio, Ethan spilled her origins, hoping sibling bond. But she disbelieved, freaked, stay BBIN him with a fruit knife. Chris witnessed. Enraged, she stay BBE'd him too. Chris minor wound, Ethan bled out, DE ed. Sophia got life. Shocked but fitting, their trio's karma. Me? I moved on, stepping through my dream university gates. Thanks for listening at Three Little Frogs Translation House. If you enjoyed, hit us with a like and subscribe. Your support fuels our team.